Becoming a man who earns real respect has nothing to do with how much money you make, how tall you are, or how loud you speak. It begins with the unseen foundation of your character. The choices you make when no one is watching, and the standards you refuse to lower, even when it would be easier to do so. The first rule of a respected man is simple but rare. He keeps his word, even when it becomes inconvenient, even when it costs him something, because a man who breaks promises destroys the very currency his reputation is built on. The second rule is mastering emotional discipline. Anyone can explode in anger, panic under pressure, or react impulsively, but a man who remains calm while others chaos, that man immediately separates himself from the crowd. Emotional control is not the absence of feeling, but the skilled ability to choose response over reaction. The third rule is investing in yourself on every level, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially, because a man who continues to improve becomes a man who naturally earns respect without demanding it. The fourth rule is understanding that seeking validation is the fastest way to lose power. A respected man does not wait for permission to act, does not shape his behavior to be liked, and does not trade authenticity for approval. The fifth rule is establishing strong personal boundaries. If you do not decide what is acceptable in your life, other people will decide for you, and the result is always disrespect. Boundaries are not walls, they are the framework of self-worth. The sixth rule is learning to listen with intention. In a world full of men desperate to be heard, the one who listens, observes, and speaks only when necessary becomes the man whose words carry weight. The seventh rule: refuse to live in the land of excuses. A leader is not defined by how loudly he complains about problems, but by how decisively he moves towards solutions. The eighth rule is guarding your time with the seriousness it deserves. Time is the only resource you can never earn back, and a man who gives it to everyone freely soon realizes he has nothing left for himself. The ninth rule is treating your physical presence as a reflection of your inner discipline. A man who respects his body through hygiene, fitness, posture, and style communicates silently to the world that he respects himself first. Self-respect is not spoken, it is seen. And the 10th rule, perhaps the most important of all: discipline is the highest form of self-respect. You cannot expect anyone to believe in you if you consistently break the promises you make to yourself. Discipline is the invisible architect behind confidence, stability, and masculine presence. The world does not respect men who talk about their potential, it respects the ones who live it.